Alright, so this is Strike Them Hard, talking about scenes 3 and 4. This is on page 82, talking about the scene of Holy Bear Woman's vision. So, what I can tell you about this is that, again, historically, these two people are real. They did exist. Many Sweat Lodge Woman, the grandmother, and Holy Bear Woman is the younger of the two. And as you read this, like, you read this vision, this dream, it functions in a story-wise as foreshadowing. So it is foretelling and telling us the future of what's going to happen in the story. So that's how you make a story out of it. And actually, literally, everything that she said is going to come true in the end. I don't feel like I'm giving a whole lot away because the whole thing is about the Baker massacre, and so it's going to happen at the end. That will be the climax of the story. So all that imagery on top of page 83 is really going to show up. So the frozen blood river and the frozen feet that she has. Holy Bear Woman does survive the massacre. Her grandmother does not. And Holy Bear Woman goes on to live a very long time. And later in life did say her story to a few people that were able to write it down. And so that's how we know about her escaping and having this vision. And we also know about her grandmother. And yeah, so there's that. The only other piece I was going to point out is that grandmother gives her this protection. They don't call it medicine here, but it is a protection. And that protection was a necklace. So it's not literally going to protect her, but it's supposed to give her courage and give her hope and give her those sort of things. We do this in our culture as well. So the passing on of items from generation to generation. I don't know if you've received something from your parents or your grandparents that is a gift, that is something that they had, that they were given in their family. Often that does happen, and not everything. It doesn't even have to be jewelry, but often it is jewelry, rings, necklaces, that sort of thing. Maybe it was coins, or it could be as simple as like a Pink Floyd T-shirt, something that represents a connection to your family, a connection to a person that then connects you to generations back. Yeah, so that's that. Okay, moving on now to scene 4, where Owlchild gets shamed. This is a very dense scene, even though it's very, very short. Okay, Owlchild, if you remember from the first scene, is the one who killed Bearhead. That's going to come back. So to give you an idea that Owlchild's not necessarily the nicest of people. But this particular case, Owlchild's wife, Bluebird Woman at the beginning, is very scared of these people that have just shown up, which is Malcolm Clark, also known as Forebear, same guy, 2 different names. Malcolm came to retrieve property because Owlchild came and stole his horses from him. They happened to be not cousins, I guess in-laws? They're related, let's just put it that way, because Malcolm Clark is married to Owlchild's cousin, so they then are marriage through family. But so this is more or less a family dispute happening here. So Owlchild doesn't deny that he stole the horse and the spyglass, but Malcolm doesn't want it back. Horace, who is Malcolm's son, gets mad and ends up whipping Owlchild in front of everyone. This is a major dishonor. This is very, very bad. Owlchild is going to have to get revenge for this action. In their particular cultures, this is something you do not do, especially if you and cannot. Everyone, if somebody were to do this, you would expect revenge against you. They would have to avenge that dishonor, and so it's very bad getting whipped by him. Let's see what else. Okay, so Owlchild says on 86, valued possessions. So what do you know of valued possessions? You helped yourself to my most valued possession, so I return the favor. So he's saying, I didn't start this. You did. You took something from me. It is very fortunate for you that you were married to one of my most respectable cousins, cutting off head woman. If it weren't for that fact, your scalp would be hanging from the top of my lodgepole. So then, of course, we have to really, really think about what did Malcolm Clark steal from Alchild. It is not explicitly said. What would be probably his most valued possession? And if you put that together with what happened at the beginning of the story here, Bluebird Woman is running up to her husband Owlchild and is very, very scared of Malcolm Clark. And also Bluebird Woman is, glancing back at Clark fearfully and hides behind Owlchild. What happens when you read the literature is that it is known that Malcolm Clark raped Bluebird Woman. And to get vengeance, Owlchild steals his horses and his spyglass. To get vengeance for that, Malcolm Clark comes to get his things back, and then his son Horace whips Owlchild in front of everyone else, thus creating this massive family drama. So there's many more crazy things to come. Coming up next in scenes 87, on page 87, scene 5, will be Murder at Fort Benton, almost completely unrelated to things we've seen so far. All right, we'll talk about that tomorrow. Take it easy.